Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see about NoSQL. Let's get into the topic. NoSQL. NoSQL is a type of database management system that is designed to handle and store large volumes of unstructured and semi-structured data. Unlike traditional relational database that uses tables with predefined schemas to store data, NoSQL database are flexible data models that can adapt to change in data structure and are capable of scaling horizontally to handle growing amounts of data. The term NoSQL originally referred to non-SQL or non-relational database, but the term has since evolved to mean not only SQL, as NoSQL databases have expanded into include a wide range of different databases and architecture and data model. Yeah, let me explain with the real-time example of NoSQL. Real life example of NoSQL. Let's take Netflix. In Netflix, uses NoSQL database to store and manage massive amounts of data, including customer profiles, viewing histories, and content recommendations. NoSQL database allow Netflix to handle large volumes of data and provide fast, reliable access to data across a distributed network. This is one of the most used social platform in which stores data of viewers suggestions, which allows the uh, platform to save the data of the interested videos, such as the movie we watch frequently, so they can suggest the movies in those genres. This is one of the main examples of NoSQL. Yeah, then next we will see about the types of NoSQL. NoSQL databases are generally classified into four main categories: document databases, key value stores, column family stores, and graph database. Document databases, that these databases store data as semi-structured document such as JSON or XML and can be queried using document-oriented query languages. Key value stores. This database stores data as a key value pairs and are optimized for simple and fast read and write operations. Column family stores. These databases store data as column families, which are set of columns that are treated as a single entity. These are optimized for fast and efficient querying of large amount of data. Graph databases. These databases store the data as nodes and edges and are designed to handle complex relationships between data. In the next slide, we are going to see about the advantages of NoSQL. Some of the advantages are flexible data model. NoSQL databases are highly flexible as they can store and combine any type of data, both structured and unstructured, unlike relational database that can store data in a structured way only. Evolving data model. NoSQL database allow you to dynamically update the schema to evolve the changing requirements while ensuring that it cause no interruption or downtime to your application. Elastic scalability. NoSQL database can scale to accommodate any type of data growth while maintaining low cost. High performance. NoSQL databases are built for great performance measured in terms of both throughput. It is a measure of overall performance and latency. It is delay between request and actual response. Open source. NoSQL database don't require expensive licensing fee and can run on inexpensive hardware, rendering their deployment cost effective. On the other hand, we are going to see about disadvantages. A lack of standardization. There is no standard that defines rules and roles of NoSQL database. The design and query language of NoSQL database vary widely between different NoSQL products, much more widely than they do amongst traditional SQL database. Backup of database. Backups are a drawback in NoSQL database. Though some NoSQL database like MongoDB provides some tools for backups, those tools are not mature enough to ensure proper complete data backup. Consistency. NoSQL puts scalability and performance first, but when it comes to consistency of NoSQL data, doesn't take much consideration, so it make it little insecure as compared to the relational database. Example, in NoSQL databases, if you enter same set of data again, it will take it without ensuing an error, whereas traditional relational database ensure that no duplicate row get in entry in database. On the next slide, we are going to see about the application that utilize NoSQL. Some of the applications are Uber, Forbes, Netflix. As we seen earlier, Netflix is one of the main application of NoSQL, and Uber too. These apps mostly stores the data of the customers for future use. Next, we are going to see about application ideal for NoSQL. NoSQL database have many use cases, but they are especially ideal in certain circumstances and types of application. This application includes the following: Internet of Things application, real-time or nearly real-time data processing, mobile apps, discussion threads, social media, knowledge bases, e-commerce, application you need to develop quickly, application that require various forms of data, system that process a large amount of data, application you need to grow and scale rapidly. Yeah, now we let's see about the history of NoSQL. The term how it comes from. The term NoSQL was used by Carlos Strozzi in 1998 to name his lightweight Strozzi NoSQL open source relational database that did not expose the standard structural coding language SQL interface but was still relational. His NoSQL RDBMS is distinct from around 2009 general concept of NoSQL database. Yeah, these are the information I have to told to you about NoSQL. Let's move to the topic. Next topic. What is MongoDB? MongoDB is built on scaled architecture that has become popular with developer of all kinds for developing scalable applications with evolving data schemas. As a document database, MongoDB makes it easy for developers to store structured or unstructured data. It uses a JSON-like format to store documents. MongoDB is also a database management system. Unlike others, it stores both structured and unstructured data. Yeah, next we will say about the data types that supports MongoDB. MongoDB supports many data types. Some of them are string, integer, boolean, double, min, max, key, arrays. String. What is string? This is the most commonly used data types to store data. String in MongoDB must be UTF-8 valid. Integer. This type is used to store a numerical value. Integer can be 32-bit or 64-bit depending upon your server. Boolean. This type is used to store a Boolean true or false value. Double. This type is used to store floating point values. Min or max key is used to compare a value against the lowest and highest Bayesian elements. Array is used to store elements or store array or list or multiple values into. Next, we are going to see about some of the advantages and limitation of MongoDB. Advantages are flexible. MongoDB is flexible database, ad query support, sharding, high availability, scalability, a easy environment setup, high speed, full technical support. These are some of the advantages of MongoDB. Limitations are high memory usage, limited nesting, limited data size, joins not supported. These are some limitations. Next, we are going to see about difference between MongoDB and NoSQL. On the right hand side, there is MongoDB, and left hand side is RDBMS, which is also known as NoSQL. RDBMS. RDBMS, it is a relational database where MongoDB is non-relational and document-oriented database. RDBMS, which means NoSQL, not suitable for hierarchical data storage, whereas MongoDB is suited for hierarchical data storage. NoSQL vertically scalable, that is increasing RAM. It is horizontally scalable, that we can add more servers. NoSQL has a predefined schema. MongoDB has a dynamic schema. NoSQL is quite vulnerable to SQL injection, whereas it is not affected by SQL injection. It centers around ACID properties, which means atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Whereas MongoDB centers around the CAP theorem, consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. RDBMS is row based, whereas MongoDB is document based. RDBMS is slow in comparison to MongoDB, whereas MongoDB is almost 100 times faster than RDBMS. Yeah, these are the difference between MongoDB and NoSQL. Let's go to the next slide. Applications of MongoDB. MongoDB, which means Mongo database, is widely used across various web applications as the primary data store. One of the most popular web development stacks, the main stack employee MongoDB as the data store. Main stands for MongoDB Express.js, AngularJS, whereas it's also there is another type which means MERN, which stands for MongoDB Express.js. Um, um, R stands for Sorry, I just forgot that. And N stands for AngularJS. Sorry, I remember that R stands for React.js. How to download and install MongoDB on Windows. Step 1. Let's see the installation process of MongoDB. It's not too much complicated. It's very easy. Let's see it by step by step. Yeah, the step one is download the MongoDB MSA installer package in Google Chrome. Head over here, shown in the picture, and download the current version of MongoDB. Make sure you select MSA is the package you want to download, because you must know that which version supports your systems. So be careful on downloading the supported version on a system. Next step, step 2, install MongoDB with installation wizard. Make sure you are logged in user with admin privileges. Then navigate to your download folder and double click on the .msa package you just downloaded. This will launch the installation wizard. B, next up, click next to start installation. It will automatically load the picture displayed in this. Then simply click the next. Then next step will be just accepting the next. Mostly next step, in next step the installment process will be completed. Yeah, here the it comes the complete step. Select run service as network user and make a note the data directory. We will need this later. Okay, the next step. Yeah, in the next step, we won't need Mongo Campus, so deselect it and click next. The mostly next step will be also clicking next. It's not too complicated for us. It's a easy installation process. In next step, click install to begin installation. The installation process will begin after this. Yeah, then you will have this picture in your system that click the finish button to exit the step setup wizard. The installation of MongoDB is successful in your system. um, Next we are going to see about some of the commands in a database, such as create, insert, update, delete and drop the database. These are some of the basics commands used in databases to create or insert, update, delete, drop the data in a table database. Let's see about this. Yeah, let's go with the create operation. um, First, the use command. MongoDB use database underscore name is used to create database. The command will create a new database if it doesn't exist. So we will return the existing database. It's a which is used to for selecting a database which is already created, or using the database which is already created. Just type the command use database name. Database means which we are if you are already created a database name named that which means YouTube, that is a database named YouTube. Just type the command use YouTube. It will automatically use the database named YouTube. If it does not exist, it will create a new database named YouTube and it will use the database. This is very basic command. For example, if you want to use a database with name MyDB, then use database statement, and that will statement would be as follows: use MyDB, switch it to DB MyDB. The switch to MyDB is the output of using use MyDB. The next operation will be insert operation. Insert method to insert data. First, we created a database. Now we are going to insert some of the information or some of data into the database. So we use the insert operation to insert data into MongoDB collection. You need to use MongoDB's insert or save method. Syntax: the basic syntax of insert command is as follows: DB collection name that insert document. DB, which denotes database. Collection name, for example, if you have taken YouTube, YouTube is a database. As a collection video, we will create a video as a collection name. DB dot video dot insert the document which we are going to insert. For example, The syntax is given below. db dot usage is the collection name. Insert the data which we are going to insert are written below. This will give output as okay one, the which denotes the insert operation is success. Next, we are going to see about update operation. MongoDB update method. The update method updates the value in existing document, which means if there is a error or mistake in already saved document, just we are going to correct or update the previous record or data. For that using we are for that we are using update method. The syntax are very simple. db dot collection name that update select selection criteria which we are going to update to which, that means with selection criteria updated data. um, for example, we are going to change the name youtube to instagram. For that scenario, db dot collection name, for example collection video that update selection criteria means youtube, updated data updated data instagram, which will give output that the name YouTube is updated to Instagram. This will give for example, consider the microculture has been following data. This is one of the example. This is very basic method. Shall we move to the next operation? A drop operation. It's also too basic. Sorry, sorry. In this method and this operation, before this we will see about another one command show dbs, which will results in what are the dbs already, what are databases are already exist in the server. It will show all the databases, like shown here. Show dbs command results in showing the local mydb test. These are the already existing databases. Next we are going to see about the drop operation. In the first operation, we have created a DB, which means use DB. If there is already DB, the database named DB exists, it will use the database. If it does not exist, it will create a database DB and use it. For dropping or for removing the database, we are going to use db dot drop database function. It will automatically drop from the database we are in which we are working in. It will result in dropped mydb. Dropped mydb is a database we are working in. Dropped command is showing that the process is dropped from the database. So that's all about the operations. Next, MongoDB shell. The Mongo shell is an interactive JavaScript interface to MongoDB. You can use the Mongo shell to query and update data as well as perform administrative operation. We will see about it detailedly in next video. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. See you soon.